Okay, mayong adlaw na po. Welcome back sa ating live broadcast. So, ni Justin, Flores, all joining now. And Marivic, how are you? Once again, we're back. We're back sa ating live. Yeah, while waiting for the rest, brothers and sisters in the holistic art of Dugukan. Mana mga itong paabot-aboton na uban, hintayin natin yung mga iba to get online. So this is our conference. So in this way, okay, our inner exercises are still going on in this way. So this is 2020 May 2 and 3. Ang ganito lang pag we are online and fulfilling our divine mission, fulfilling our conference, celestial conference in this way, live broadcast. So we are having the connection from the Supreme Heaven through the angels of the Supreme Light activities. Ang activities, what's a divine revelation? Anang antayin natin yung iba. Kamusta man si Marivic? How are you, Marivic? Good afternoon to Marivic. Dito tayo ngayon. With me here are your brothers and sisters, si Ann. Online na si Ann. Ating chapter, one of the chapters doon sa Bethlehem, the Paradise Resort. Atong hintayin ang mga ibang mga kasamahan natin. Ito, ikipista nyo, mayong adlaw sa mga chapter muni atong conference. Pag wala pa ta nag-lockdown to ata sa atong site, ito ta naghimo sa atong mga kalihukan. Unya ngani man ang ato ang status karon, so atong iparayon ang kalihukan. Also joining now is Binje Estolio, Isturko, then Haliking Bulalakaw. So presentang yung Manila chapter natin. At saka si Marivic, I feel good po. Nakatuligan okay ang pag-chat. Yes. Okay lang tayong lahat ngayon. Saka dito sa Cebu, okay lang tayo dito lahat. Welcome everyone. And we go forward with our exercise on this conference through live broadcast sa Facebook. And after the lockdown, so we can go back to normal on our activities. And we can go back to normal na naman. And when we get back to normal, so pasyalan na natin yung mga kasamahan natin doon sa kanilang mga lugar. Okay, Haliging Bulalakaw, good day, GM. Happy to hear you live. Okay, happy to hear everyone. We are live at Facebook. Ating mga chapter sa Karaatan. Wala po kayo nakitaan sa taga Karaatan. O niya, ang advantage man dito sa ating live broadcast, ito, pag nagkataon pa nga wala tayong test of time, mayroon tayong mga exercises doon sa site natin. So, these are the one of the activities we are doing. And we are online with the Supreme Superlight Angels. So, bagaman pag ganito I'm appearing on your screen, we are also appearing in the screen of the Supreme Master. So, klarong-klaro tayo ngayon sa screen ng higher dimension. So that's why may reason na i-comply natin at saka yung mga taong nag-join, you can get connection. Although in this way, you can get still connection by listening and joining the program. So this is one of the ways how we are going to enhance our connection. So just mere listening the message, just mere listening, connecting in this program. And this is guided by the Supreme Master of Heaven. So when I talk about Supreme Master of Heaven, we already have the knowledge ano yung Supreme Master of Heaven. And I'm glad that we are connecting. You are connecting. So ating mga chapters, yung mga practitioners sa lahat ng panig dito sa region at saka friends, brothers and sisters in outside the country. Sa Karaatan, sa Danao, sa Lunas, sa Liburon, sa Sender Gorordo, sa Manila chapter, sa Sandayong, sa Naga, Guadalupe, sa Buanga, Panama, sa Marabilla. And good afternoon sa lahat-lahat. And welcome back sa ating live broadcast. Also, Brand Brian now also joining. Welcome. And we will go forward later on. And we are going to talk about the holistic art of Dugukan. So this is our holistic art, the development of the body, mind, soul, and spirit, and talking pertaining to enhancement of our energy and expanding the spiritual consciousness. So how we are going to expand spiritual consciousness? We will talk about experience that can and add on our experience, our realization. So we each one of us has different experience regarding energy healing, and especially for the wherein are meeting people with different problems on their physical condition. So Hilot is one of the means we are going to employ when we help our friends, brothers, and sisters. Okay, thank you, GM. Looking forward to be part of this family. Welcome, Brent Brian. You are so welcome. And everybody is welcome as we are welcome in the spiritual realm. We are always welcome in the spiritual realm. There is only a precise guidance on how to get closer with the spiritual realm. And that's why here is now the point why lesson comes in. Why lessons come in because we have to receive, align, and adapt the frequency needed to get in touch with the divine connection that I'm talking about, especially when we talk about going into higher dimension, connection into higher dimension. So what we need is we need to receive, align, and adapt. As we go forward, there is an acceleration of energy now. Right now, happening right now, there's an acceleration of energy. And being perceptive with energy, meaning we are sensitive with this energy, makakonect tayo. Pag makakonect tayo, then we are going to align with that energy, how we are going to adapt the energy. Higher frequency. Yung sensitivity sa katawan, maka-perceive yung katawan ng mga energies. You can feel it by your skin, by your cells. Talagang ma-perceive mo then by the function of the mind to discern a spiritual connection. So that's it. Pag may tuning up sa mind natin sa spiritual frequency, we can perceive really the energy. Also now joining is Pasita Gamutan. Welcome, and we're back here in our live broadcast at Facebook, and Tiffany Alera. Welcome again, Shandag. And This is Conference of Dugukan, Holistic Art. Fulfilling our spiritual responsibilities. We are complying the activities on Celestial Conference right here through Facebook because of the lockdown. We have test of time, so we cannot launch physical conference at the site. So possibly by this time, marami na tayong mga activities ngayon sa site. Early morning, we will open up the activities with Angels Contacts and Connection at 4:30. Then right after that, early morning, so prepare for the grand parade. Then after that, we eat breakfast, and that's the activities, the activities. Let's say the lecture, the training for the hilo, training for the martial arts, training for the lessons of Dugukan as holistic art. Ano, that as holistic art, this is really holistic art. Training now is Jamaisa Restauro and Igmat Marjorie. Okay. Maayo. Ayong pag-join sa atong kalihukan. Bisag ingon ani lang, then after the lockdown, marami-rami tayong magagawa. Maski ganito lang ating mga procedure lang muna ngayon. Ito, mas okay ito kay enhanced quarantine. So we also have enhancement of cultivation. So now training is America Bardo and Dali Santos. Welcome. Ito si Dalika Santos, malayo ito siya. From Sambuanga nito siya. And now she's expert in the hilot healing. She's expert in the healing and she's ready to handle the center. Okay, nice. And looking forward, we can have our center for the healing. And now joining also is Matt Ancherel. So Matt Ancherel, welcome. And later on, as I said, last morning, that right after this program, so before we end this program, we close this program, so we will do collective energy healing, divine healing. Then as I will remind everyone, this is online broadcast, to not only online at Facebook, internet. We are also online on our divine connection, as this time is the conference of Dugukan. So this is an activity. These are activities of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, of Heaven, Supreme Superlight, Angels, and Watch a Divine Revelation, enlightening the people on holistic art and how we are going to develop our body, mind, soul, and spirit. So we will be guided by the divine radiance of the Most High on what we are going to do in ourselves, how we are going to do our exercises to expand our spiritual awareness. And this why, if we could have an interaction of our time and we can have exchange of our experience, so that what would be good. But then we have here, sometimes I could consider obstacle, because when we have to share lessons here, then we have to write it on the screen. So that's why you could interact. This is good if we could speak it, because we can save time. And then I can only read the message from you there, guys. And then we will see if how we are going to share the information or lessons, then from the experiences that we have. But by this time, we are going to receive the connections, the blessings from the Supreme Master of Heaven. The Supreme Master of Heaven is sending us, giving us, transmitting to us the divine connection, because even though we are in this live broadcast, but regardless of our space, regardless of our distance, so we are connected, and we are connected with the angels right from this very moment, the time that we are online. So we are immediately open on our connection with the Supreme Superlight Angels. We would say that if I'm appearing in the screen, you can see me in the screen, and I can see you also in the screen. So likewise, we are now visible, very visible in the screen of higher dimension, as we are online by this time. We are online by this time. So John L also now is joining. Welcome. And Marivic is the first one to join the conference very early as me. Okay, we are glad. Mayong hapon, JM, mayong hapon po, Jonel. And welcome sa ating conference. Ganito man ngayon ang situation. Ang situation ngayon, marami mga tao hindi sila maka-attend sa ating live conference because we are live through internet, and many of the practitioners of Dugukan, example doon sa mga practitioner natin in the remote places, sa mga provinces, doon sa Olango chapter also, I forgot to mention Olango chapter, yung mga brothers and sisters natin doon sa Olango Island, San Vicente. I hope they are doing well and everything is going fine over there. Kasi ngayon, walang tourism ngayon. Yung industry sa tourism ngayon is wala pa, hindi pa gumagana yung industry ng tourism ngayon because of the test of time, because of the lockdown. So, patay ang tourism ngayon. And many of our friends, brothers and sisters, yung trabaho nila doon sa tourism industry. And okay, wala mo na ngayon. So, in quarantine mo na sila ngayon. I know, enhanced quarantine. So, while we are having enhanced quarantine, we are also having enhancement of our cultivation. Then right after the quarantine, how many days? Let's say a month of quarantine, so a month also of energy cultivation. Then right after that, we could perceive that our energy is expanding and accelerating even even more higher. Okay, so anyway, we are not left behind, even though this is a blessing in disguise, because if we aren't by this test of time, so we could have this live broadcast through internet. So nakatulong din itong technology. So that's why we are not anti-technology. Itong technology talagang makatulong. We can speed up the job. We only need to also to speed up the spiritual side. So if we are in the material side, we are speeding up, we are accelerating our potential in the material side. Must be also we are accelerating our potential in the spiritual side. Then as we go forward in our activation, we are having spiritual maturity, and that is important, having soul realization, spiritual maturity, and we are not misled and in discerning for the things that we really matter in our lives. So we know what we are going to do. Especially we have the art of energy healing. Now joining also is Engineer Kirby, watching from Karatan, Cebu. Karatan, Karkar City, Cebu. Welcome, Engineer, and have the best of everything. Good luck. Now also now joining is Annie Melendez, Manila chapter. Anyway, we're waiting for the rest brothers and sisters to join. Mag-usap muna lang, we'll just talk, chat, anything about the holistic art of Dugukan. And in the book of Dugukan, I write it there, the premiere of the book of Dugukan. So there are so many questions and answer right there you can read, and it's good that you have the copy of the book. It's good that you have the copy of the book so that you can begin your study of the literature of Dugukan. So the more information you can get about the literature of Dugukan, so the easier for you to explain what are the activities of Dugukan and what are the endeavors of Dugukan. So this advocacy that we are doing right now from this very moment, and we are fulfilling the advocacy because we do not stop in our endeavor every now and then. So this is already become the passion of our heart have to have the light mission. So we are undergoing light mission. Then by the blessings also of the Supreme Master of Heaven, although there is lockdown right now and still going on because the problem of the surroundings are still going on because of the COVID virus, but still we are then we can say that we are doing well also in our part. We have this energy cultivation, and we are communicating each other through live broadcast. And regarding also the supply of food, we have supplies of food and people from the different places. Okay, we are also receiving support. Itong mga support natin sa mga kasamahan natin sa grupo, yung mga may blessings sa blessings, the material and the spiritual side. So we are always giving support from the heavens. So that's why it's different when we have unity. When we have unity, mayong hapon, GM. So from Ani Melendez, Manila chapter. Okay, good afternoon once again, GM. Expecting an amazing and reliable information from you. Okay, from Night Teriso, Teriso Gamutan. Okay, welcome, Night, and have the best of time listening and joining in this conference. Okay, reliable information. Wow, because it must be reliable. And angels contact and connection. People are doubting about angels contact and connection. When I talk about angels contact and connection, even in the beginning of this launching of Revelation in August 12, 2007, I was there in the place located in northern part of Cebu and at Sodon Mountain. Then I met many people there practicing inner cultivation in the cave. Then I introduced to them the lessons of angels contact and connection. Then after thorough seminars, lectures of sharing the information, then there was the time that comes August 12, 2007, that the time had come for us to witness the contents of my lecture. Then I told them that the angels are getting closer for us to be guided in our ascension into higher dimension. So there are lessons that we should learn by this time. Then the angels would appear in the skies in mysterious lights. Then there are rainbows that would appear that represent to the spiritual energy stations. And there are so many things that I describe to them regarding the information of the What's a Divine Revelation. Then to make this story short, August 12, 2007, the time had come that we have to witness the information that I brought to them, and they witnessed the event actual, and they saw by their naked eyes the presence of the mysterious lights manifesting the skies and the presence of the rainbows. Is there also included in the contents of the book the What's a Divine Revelation preamble? So it was the preamble of the What's a Divine Revelation, August 12, 2007. Then people who had witnessed the event, so they saw the presence of the lights, mysterious lights. Then that looked not much really mysterious to them at that time, because I already had discussed with them about the What's a Divine Revelation. So in advance, they were informed about the activities that the angels of the Supreme Light will manifest in that way, and there are lights that will manifest the two big rainbows serving as the rainbow bridge of light. Then all those lessons, all those informations I shared with them, and in fact, that had happened, and all witnessed people present at that time. They all witnessed the event. So I was not telling them lies, but all the things, information that I told to them were true, and they really realized that the information of what's a divine revelation is true. That's why we are based on the actual and direct experience, how we are going to illustrate to the people the truth. There's only one way we can illustrate the truth, the real truth, is by actual deed, action. So if we are going to share to the people the truth that will really matter in life, so we'll just do it by action. Mere words, even how many paragraphs or books of words that we are going to explain to the people without action, so it is incomplete. We cannot fulfill the whole truth, the whole facts of the truth, because it always lacking because of the action. And to comprise, to succeed, to complete the whole story, we must have the action. So when we talk about the inner revelation, so what's a divine revelation? The angels of the Most High are coming to aid the ascension of life of the people into higher dimension. So there must be an illustration, actual deed. It does not mean that we are making a miracle. We cannot make miracle because that is beyond our human capacity. Only wisdom can give miracle. But what we are talking now is we can lead the people how they are going to witness the living miracle of heaven. So that's why this is one of the reason that I would say that when you begin your inner cultivation, you can experience actual wonders of life. Actual wonders of life. And the life is wonderful. Every now and then is new and a wonder. We only need to discover what makes life blissful, what makes life wonderful, and the journey of life, what is the meaning of our life, and we want to go deeper on the deeper of life, on the deeper meaning of life. So that's it. We must proceed into inner cultivation. But then if we are confused in life, that's because we lack of inner understanding. So that's why when we ask guidance from the Supreme Master of Heaven, we must ask the light of wisdom to come inside, to come into our, to come in our awareness, to be with our awareness, to shine in our awareness. So we must have the light of wisdom. Without the light of wisdom, it is difficult for us to discern inner things. Inner things can only be discerned by the light of understanding. We must have the power of understanding, friends, brothers, and sisters. So this is why this is the point in the holistic art of Dugukan. When we have substantive physical body, substantive energy in our physical body, so we will be having also substantive understanding, the power of our mind to discern inner things. And human understanding cannot discern spiritual things. It will deny spiritual things. And the point of soul realization is to activate first the divine connection. Activate first the divine connection. When we are not able to activate our divine connection, so things that we cannot understand is spiritual matter. And if we cannot understand spiritual matter, so how can we enlighten people about inner things, then we ourselves do not understand a spiritual thing? So this is the time that we are going to discern spiritual things. We must go deeper in our inner research, spiritual understanding. Now also joining is Abdik Iris from Lebron chapter. Welcome, Abdik. Once again, good afternoon. Good afternoon, GM. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to Abdik Iris. Balik na punta sa ato ang mga panaghisgot-hisgot sa mga kalihukan sa Dugukan. So this is our conference. We're live broadcast and we are also live appearing in the screen sa higher na dimension. Ganito lang ang gagawin natin. We can receive the correction from the higher dimension, from the Supreme Master of Heaven, because we are fulfilling the spiritual responsibilities. If we are not fulfilling the spiritual responsibilities, so wala tayong ginawa, doon lang tayo, kasi nag-lockdown ang province of Cebu, so lockdown din ang ating mga connection. Wala tayong ginawa, we will just stay at home and do nothing. Doon tayo, kain lang, tulog, at saka mga usual activities, material activities. It must be balanced. And we have this celestial conference. Itong celestial conference, i-comply natin. Maski ganito ang procedure natin sa pag-comply ng celestial conference. But this is good because we are still fulfilling the spiritual responsibilities. And this is the food for the soul. This is the food for the soul. And this is good because ganito tayo, nagbigay tayo ng mga pagkain para sa spiritual side natin. Hindi lang katawan natin ang bigyan natin ng mga pagkain. It must be also ang spiritual din natin, bigyan natin ng mga pagkain para mayroong satisfaction yung kaluluwa natin. Hindi tayo madaling magkasakit. At saka malayo tayo sa mga bad lucks at saka maging we are aware of the bad lucks in the surroundings. Pag mayroong bad lucks sa surroundings, so ma-counter natin. Now also joining is Starwaya Amanda. Joining, watching now. Welcome, friend, brothers, and sisters. And feel free to participate in the holistic art of Dugukan. So this is holistic art of Dugukan. And regular exercise of art of life 1-7 to enhance the practitioner's awareness to receive, align, and adapt higher energies from the Supreme Chocolate Angels, my friend. So we should have constant exercise of angels contact and connection. And doing a constant exercise will rid off the negative energies and bad lucks. Ito man ang trials natin. Pag may bad lucks, kasi mayroong mga negative energies in the surroundings. Pag everyday we are active in our divine connection, kay palagi natin siya na giharness. So mga bad lucks din, umalis yung mga bad lucks, at saka yung mga ibang mga badlaks na mga parating lang, but by the time they will get closer on your field, so may impact siya sa energy, so magbumirang siya and it will bounce back doon sa mga sender. So you are always secured on your divine connection. So that's why the book is telling us regular exercise of Art of Life 172 will enhance the practitioner's awareness to receive, align, and adapt higher energies of the Supreme Superlight Angels. The energies from the Supreme Superlight Angels are higher. Now, being bridged by the Supreme Superlight Angels themselves, makita natin sila during Angels Contact and Connection. And they will give divine connection for all people that will practice Art of Life 172. So that is how important Art of Life 172 in your practice. And it's the same because when you practice energy cultivation, internal system of physical fitness to develop your skills, to develop your energy, power, muscle, bone, you have to do your exercise. Then only the focus of your energy is really energy from the bone. So because external energy comes from the bone and is transmitted to your joints. When you stretch your joints, you can express your internal energy basically. So that's why when you yawn, pag you're yawning, so you can express your internal energy. Look at the case of the paralytic people, paralytic patient. Yung paralytic patient, he cannot move his hand. He cannot raise up his hand upward. Hindi niya masaka yung extremity niya. But the time he has to yawn, he can move his arm. Why? Because internal energy. Yung internal energy niya, matrigger niya yung internal energy niya with the time that he has to yawn because there is controlled breathing. Then the natural movement of the energy in the physical body. But in that case, limited lang yung energy na ma-release niya. So, kailangan talaga, before mangyari yung isang tao will suffer paralysis, so he has to do something na para walang mga blockages that will cause the problem that will cause the paralysis on his body. So, kailangan talaga inner cultivation. So, inner cultivation is a sort of energy healing, natural healing. Ang inner cultivation is already sort of natural healing. So, itong system ng inner cultivation, hindi pa natin ito i-integrate ng spiritual, advanced divine connection. Healing na yan siya mismo pag mag-exercise ka ng internal cultivation. So, that's why itong external system ng exercise, for example, jogging, you jog every day, that is already healing. You are exercising your heart, you are exercising your muscle. Okay, the blood is pushed by the heart. That's the function of the heart. So, itong blood circulatory system natin the blood is pushed by the heart. But itong mga other body fluids, it's not actually pushed by the heart. It's pushed by the muscle. So, that's why exercise is very important and it is vital for the movements of the energy in the body. Without much exercise, wala tayong exercise. So, maraming mga clogged up sa katawan, maraming mga malfunctions because may mga body fluids dyan hindi kayo masyadong makasirculate. So that's why maraming mga sakit-sakit na ma-feel ang isang taong walang exercise. It must be you have constant exercise and the best exercise is based on the internal energy cultivation. Then you go advance na. Doon na tayo sa divine connection. Dito na tayo mag-test ng divine connection. Our connection with the inner. Our connection with the supreme source. So, it is still scientific because internal energy is linked with everything. That's why we have oneness because internal energy is linked with everything. Then, the book is telling advanced inner connection goes to someone that will perform Art of Life 172. So, take note, advanced divine connection, as I have written in the book, goes to someone that will perform Art of Life 172. So, why? Because there is bridging by this time. The bridging that I'm talking about, the bridging of the Supreme Master of Heaven. You may call it God. Other people may call it God. Then in our side, because we are in the holistic art, Supreme Master of Heaven, or we'll just simply describe it the Most High. And there is an actual illustration, the presence of mysterious lights, the supreme superlight angels. And here they are coming, and we can witness to them during Art of Life 172. So that's why it's written there in the book that advanced higher connection will go to someone that will practice Art of Life 172. So we should practice Art of Life 172 if you want to have the divine connection of the angels of the supreme light. Here now I'm talking about the bridging of their divine radiance for us to be aided in our ascension from this planet into higher dimension. So from Kirby, from Karaatan, Engineer Kirby's side, we would like to express our deepest sympathy for towards our spiritual grandmaster. Okay, thank you. Thank you, engineer. Our spiritual advisor towards angels, contacts, and connection. Pyramid of Solomon 172. Okay, there's here. This another one thing about Pyramid of Solomon 172. Actually it is secret, spiritual secret. Then it is the length of advanced spiritual study. But then how we are going to link with that advanced spiritual study? Okay, again, learn angels, contacts, and connections. As it is written there in the book that advanced divine connection will go to someone that practice art of life. So our K is art of life. We don't have any other K to receive the divine connection. Then if we want to connect with advanced spiritual study, okay, again, we practice art of life because it's there written in the book that advanced spiritual connection shall go to someone that will practice art of life. So this is now my point. Practice art of life. Then as we go forward in our inner discovery, actual direct experience. So read the book of Dugukan. Okay, for those people don't have yet the copy of the book, you can check at our website the link of the book. The website is just type innerkurdugukan.com. Then you can see there the link of the book at our website. Then you can download the book in the website from the website. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Now I'm going to read some parts of the contents of the book. So the actual presence of supreme superlight angels confirms the presence of confirms certain credibility of information released in what's a divine revelation, the book of Dugukan. So there is the living evidence of truth that we are talking is the actual presence of the supreme superlight angels during angels contacts and connection. You can see them by your naked eyes. Then it's up to you if you believe it or not. There is only a guidance that we can provide, that you must open up spiritual awareness, because when I say that, okay, this is their message, but then you do not hear the message, so it is hearsay. It is hearsay. You will not, you might be confused with what if I would say that this is the message of the angels of the supreme light. But it's more important that you have soul realization, and to reach the level of soul realization. So okay, do it by your own, so that you can perceive the message of divine illumination from the supreme master of wisdom in heaven through the supreme superlight angels. So enhance your spiritual awareness. Do art of life 17 to us. It is said that advanced inner connection shall go to someone that will practice art of life 172. So that is, my friend, that is the truth. So accordingly, perform any of the lessons of art of life 172 regularly. So how we are going to perform it? Okay, learn and memorize the lessons of art of life 172. The book of Dugukan, it has contents 3 lessons, and the Home Kam, which is your opening introduction of the lessons of Dugukan, so you can do it. It's there written in the book, so you should have the copy of the book and begin your Art of Life 172 exercise. And there you can receive the divine connection of the angels of the supreme light. They are giving the precise lesson to facilitate us. We can activate the connection, and we can receive the bridging of divine regions from the transmission of the Supreme Master of Heaven. Okay, this is clear, friends, brothers, and sisters. So perform your regular exercise of Art of Life 172 to verify the truth of this particular revelation. Take the statement to take to verify the truth of this particular revelation. So we are very specific. What's a divine revelation? So the exercises we are now sharing to the people is holistic art, and it is very particular. What's a divine revelation? Why is it called what's a revelation? Because to have for us to have soul realization, we must observe it by our naked eyes, and we must observe it so that we could assess it, either these exercises are true or not. Then after we can have actual experience, so that's the beginning of our realization. We can go deeper because we already have the data on where or which part or where we can begin our inner discovery. Okay, that's it, my friend, brothers and sisters. Okay, the Art of Life 172 is extremely good system of inner cultivation. So again, now Art of Life is extremely good system of inner cultivation. So it is inner cultivation. Even you, without intending yourself, that you are going to go inner discovery, internal energy cultivation. The time you do angels contact and connection, it is naturally will come in your behalf. The time you do your exercise, it will come in your behalf. So even without you intending yourself that you would learn angels contact and connection, but when you do the exercise, because it is actually designed and intended for that purpose, you will learn angels contact and connection. Then you will learn, you can enhance your energy. So that's the most practical lesson that we are given from the blessings of the Most High. Because doing that, we can do our holistic art in the very practical and precise manner, energy cultivation. So a new trend of wellness exercise that can balance the physical and spiritual well-being of men. So it is a new trend of exercise. A new trend of exercise, wellness exercise. I'm talking about wellness or exercise because it is holistic. When we talk about holistic, okay, what we come up in the mind is holistic, okay, physical fitness, exercises, natural medicine, organic foods, and all those natural products good for the health. But now here comes now, we are very specific that we have to comply with the balance in the spiritual side. And there is spiritual sides, there is the activations of the vital forces of the organic foods that we eat, of the natural foods that we eat, vegetables, fruits, minerals, water, for example. So the water has vital essence. Then if we learn how to activate the vital essence of water, so water can supply us food even for the rest of our lives. We'll just only drink water, then we will survive and we will not lose energy. But instead, we are going to increase our energy because we are using substantive essence of nature. So what's the substantive part of the essence of nature? Is the power in the water within that we are not really familiar with. Who's people that would believe that you can use water as your food for the rest of your life, then you will survive, you will not die. You will not die. You will just only use water. That's because you know it because you will know it because you are doing your inner cultivation. That's why that is inner discovery. So go deeper in the mystical side. So the mystical side will teach you how you are going to discover the vital essence of nature. So with a state of awareness, it's not easy to it's not easy to control negative vibrations within the heart and mind and the surroundings anywhere. Indeed, many people suffered energy imbalance in their physical and spiritual state. So it is true, my friend. In the surroundings, it's not easy to control negative vibrations. So that's why we could have big imagination, big belief in ourselves that we can overcome every negative vibration in the surroundings. But it's not as easy as that because without inner cultivation, the negative energies in the surroundings are powerful. So that's the reason why we must have resorted ourselves in the practice of inner cultivation, guided by the Supreme Master of Wisdom. Without the guidance of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, we can create so much thoughts, so much imagination, then but the problem is we do not know either it will work out or not. So this is different by this time because there is a precise lesson. And that's my point why I said we must have complete surrender to the most infinite. Okay, now watching also is Haliging Roslyn. Here is the link of the website for the book. Okay, you follow the link. The website is there. Yeah, the link of the website. Okay, thank you, Haliging Roslyn. Also joining now is Mojo. Joe, Aptic Joe. Okay. Okay, welcome Aptic Joe. And indeed, many people suffered energy imbalances in their physical and spiritual state because of the negative energy in the surroundings. By this time, without divine guidance, we might be having big belief in ourselves, but without divine guidance, without the precise procedure, quite difficult to tackle down the negative energies in the surroundings. So that's why people having good heart, they could easily presume that they can overcome the trials in the surroundings and without resorting to the most powerful foundation in life, which is spiritual foundation. So many of them are prostrated in their expectation about the positive vibration that they have. So that's why that is the fall of many light workers in the world, because at first they have so much belief on them on in themselves that because they are in the positive vibrations and they are relying in the positive vibrations, positive thought, then belief, then later on, then they are prostrated because their belief in times of big trials won't work out. So in the cultivation that we should practice, we must have momentum and we should have the right connection, the most powerful foundation in life. So that's why, okay, today let's go inner cultivation. So let's go inner cultivation today. So what inner cultivation that we are going to perform? Okay, we will do collective meditation for healing of the entire planet. This isn't just an example. Is it possible that we can heal the problems of the world by having meditation and sending healing for the entire planet? Then, in the first place, is what we are going to heal the problems of the planet. As I said, this is natural course and it is inherent because this what happened in the planet by this time is the actual process of the planet's purification, wherein the people will be taught by actual experience. So only we can do is just to see the actual movement of the acceleration of energy in the planet and what is our precise part in this acceleration and this what's going on now in the entire planet. Our only role is to receive, align, and adapt. Why? So that we can maintain our balance. Without maintaining our balance, we will lose the point because we will be the victim of negative energies in the surroundings. Even we are going to gather all together, all the people in the entire planet, do the meditation and to heal the entire planet. We can still not heal the planet because the planet is not aching by the problems that we are thinking that really bothering the lives of the many people in the entire planet, because after all the reason of the problems, people are creating the problem. The planet is not creating the problem, nature is not creating the problem, people by themselves are creating the problem. So that's why how we are going to help the healing of the life and nature of the planet is we must be enlightened and we will see the problem, what's going on with in our planet by this time, what's going on in our planet by this time, and how we are going to survive on these coming trials of time. That's it, because even you look at the scenario from the very beginning of the histories of time. Okay, read the book. All those trials, negative energies, war, famine, hunger, death, those histories are keep repeating. It did not stop, and it will never stop because it is natural process of the evolution of life together in the positive. vibrations also are negative vibrations. So in this way, we are going to be enlightened on what we are going to do. Okay, we can do collective healing, but in what way we can do effectively the healing of the life and nature of the mother of the entire planet? So in way by divine intervention. So there is divine intervention, and here comes now the point. There is now the bridge of divine intervention, so people in the planet can link. So people in the planet can link with the divine intervention, and that is the bridging light of the Supreme Master of Wisdom through the Supreme Superlight angels, manifesting as mysterious lights in the skies. First, we have to be enlightened and receive an enlightened to and adapt advanced energy so that we will be healed, can maintain the balance of our lives. So that's why anybody that would like to change, that would like to solve the problem of the world, can even cause more problems in the planet, because this is the world of polarity, negative, positive, positive, negative. So the time that you will decide that this is the right, then other thing will become wrong, other side will become wrong. And at the time that you would say this is the truth, then the other one would be lies. So which part we are going, which way we are going to decide for our lives? Okay, we will decide for our lives in the things that would really matter in our lives. Complete surrender to the most infinite. And whatever happened in the planet, either there are trials of time, then there are calamities, there are conflicts, nation versus nation. Okay, it doesn't matter because we are not in that concern. We are not for the negative side. All we can do is we can resort into war. Okay, remember my word. We can resort into war, but harmonious war. Harmonious war, but who are our enemies? Our very own blinding ignorance and human weaknesses. People are not our enemy. We cannot make war against our brothers and sisters because we are one. We are one. Then if we are one, we cannot fight our left arm against the right arm because we are one in the truth of life. We are one. So if the nations are conflicting among nations, then having war up to the point of thermonuclear war. So that is the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation is coming in the entire planet because people have different concepts of truth. People have their own truth. And without spiritual nourishment, spiritual enlightenment, and without understanding that we are one, we are one. So if we are one, we should be the winner. We should be one. We should be the winner. We are the victorious someone. So in that way, we must realize, again, Art of Life 172. And that is mostly important, friends, brothers, and sisters, by this time. Do not afraid of coronavirus. Do not afraid of whatever viruses that are coming in the planet because you read the book. It's there, I think, page 98. Page 98? Page 96. 96. There I wrote that virus and many viruses that shall come and will really terrify the people in the entire planet. And there are viruses, tougher viruses. And again, do your inner cultivation because complete surrender to the most infinite. Thy will be done. It's easy to say thy will be done, but ask yourself if you are with that realization already. But if you don't have that kind of realization, do something by this time that it will really happen in your life. Thy will be done. The Most High's will be done on earth and on heavens and on earth. That's it, my friend. So, okay, indeed, many people suffered energy imbalances and their spiritual state because of the negative energies in the surroundings. With that condition, it's time to experience angels' protection by learning Art of Life 172. So this is the difficult time for the many people and the planet because of the negative negative energy lingering in the surroundings. So this is the time This is the time to experience angels contact and connection, and see what is the power of the angels, and what is the power of the force of spirit to work out in our lives. To work out in our lives. How many people are frustrated because they had relied all their faith to God. But in the time of trials, they found out that there's no God that helped them. And what's the problem? Is there God or there is no God? Okay, there is God. But then the problem is we do not learn how to receive, align, and adapt the help or the aid of God or the Most High, because we are not in the inner discovery. We are relying everything to our faith, but then we forgot the most essential part also, which is action. So we can ask ourselves, do we have true faith? Do we have, or only we are believing but without faith? Because belief and faith could be something like different. Faith is powerful. That's why if you just have faith, just like the seed of a mustard, mustard is very small. It's not like the fruit of coconut tree, as big as this, as big as a ball. But the mustard is just quietly small. But faith is really powerful, because if you have a tiny belief, just as a size of a mustard seed, you can even remove mountain. But if you have strong belief, but then if it is not matched with faith, so it will not work, because it means to say when you believe without soul realization, you don't have enough faith. But if you have enough faith that will substantiate your belief, okay, you have realization, you have willpower to overcome the trials in your surroundings. So again, this is part of the holistic art. Go into holistic art, inner discovery. Okay, this is essential. As I said, it is very essential that we will undergo internal internal system of physical exercise, and because it means spiritual exercise. And that is what is the meaning of the energy cultivation, friends, brothers, and sisters. So, okay, the Art of Life 172 is extremely good. Okay, extremely good cultivation. A new trend of wellness. Okay, it is a new trend of wellness. Okay, applying the lessons of Art of Life 172 means to begin the steps of life's ascension into higher foundation of life. So this is important, my friend. Applying the lessons of Art of Life 172 is actually to begin your steps for your ascension of life into higher dimension. So we will begin with inner cultivation. In inner cultivation, included in this part, in this module, is our inner discovery. Know thyself. Going deeper into your soul realization, you must know yourself. But then in knowing yourself, you must be able to know your advanced divine connections, because your advanced divine connection will tell you who you are. But it's different when you imagine that you know yourself, because you're believing what you feel within the heart. You follow your heart. Okay, which part of the consciousness of your heart you are following? Are you following the consciousness of your human heart, or are you following the consciousness of your heart wisdom? This thing that we should realize, we should achieve in life, heart wisdom. And then if we have the heart wisdom, okay, that's it. We will be guided by the light of the Most High, because heart wisdom is advanced consciousness from the Most High. So that's why it is a gift that you could find heart wisdom in the process of inner cultivation. So in the process of inner cultivation, you cannot find heart wisdom by reading hundreds or thousands of books, because wisdom is a gift of life. So it is a gift of life. We can find knowledge. That's why if you notice many people, we can say they are intelligent because they are magna cum laude, cum laude, we could say like that. But when it comes to the trials of life, they cannot survive. They are very vulnerable, because the trials of life needs wisdom. The trials of life needs wisdom for you to survive. So what we need now, we need knowledge so that we will be guided on the things what we are going to do. And for the things that is beyond the capacity of knowledge to solve, we need wisdom. So this is the point why divine intervention is necessary. And we are now going to learn how we are going to receive, align, adapt, and adapt for divine intervention. Divine intervention is this is now released. There is the bridging now of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akada Star, Supreme Superlight, Angels, for people in the planet will be aided on their ascension. So this is a divine illumination in the actual arts and science of inner discovery. So again, in the actual arts and science of inner discovery. So that's why applying lessons of art of life 172 would mean to begin your ascension of life into higher dimension. And we are very specific. We are going to ask, where is higher dimension? Okay, where is higher dimension? People would think that it's in heaven. Okay, higher dimension is, there is a precise address for higher dimension. And that is the governance of the immortals. But then again, people might be laughing, oh, they are crazy people talking of immortality. Is there someone in the planet that becomes immortal? And get back and tell the story how they become, how he became an immortal? Okay, that's another thing. So that's why inner understanding is different. Human understanding is different. The level of human understanding cannot accept the truth of inner understanding. So that's why often the time the physical is always against the spiritual. The spiritual is not against with the physical. It can always align, but then the physical is denying. So if we are in the human heart, we are going to deny what is spiritual. But if we have a spiritual heart, because we can align the frequency of higher realization, the frequency of higher knowledge, okay, we will not deny his spiritual knowledge. In fact, we are going to venerate it because we understand that it is really essential for our ascension into higher dimension. So it is essential for our ascension into higher dimension. So this is why the art of life by this time is released. Okay, now also joining is Yoyoy, Haliging Yoyoy, and Margot, Celerin, Lebron Chapter, and imong tinalikdan, si Ramon. Imong tinalikdan, mao man ni iyang code name sa iyang Facebook. Okay. Okay, friends, brothers, and sisters, we must have the realization on the things, for the things that will really matter in our lives, especially on this crucial time of everyone in the planet. So, highlighting art of life, practice your art of life to begin your ascension steps into higher dimension. So the process of merging and transformation of the body cells are revealed by the divine guidance of Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akada Star, Supreme Superlight, Angels. So the above mentioned lessons will basically open the door of inner discovery. Okay? The above lessons that I'm talking about, art of life, will open you the door for inner discovery, higher inner discovery, or in another term, higher spiritual discovery. And that is food for the soul. That is spiritual understanding. So today is the dawning of time. Dawning of time. So it means to say the sun is almost going to rise in our within so that we can see the light of the day. Okay, what is the meaning of the sun? Okay, just take this an acronym, Supreme Universal Name. When talking about God or the Most High, we'll just associate it with nature. But in the meaning of the sun is Supreme Universal Name. So it's about to shine. The Supreme Universal Name, or the ultimate truth, the light of the truth, the sun of your life is about to shine. When you begin, when you decide, or what is the final choice in your life? What is your final choice in your life? Which walk your life you would walk into the final journey of your purpose in the planet. So, what is your final purpose in the planet? Are your final purpose of journeying in the planet, incarnating life your in the planet is to experience the different sufferings of difficulties in the planet and die? Because that's the future of every mortal physical. After the wear and tear of the physical body, people will die. If not by accident, by the natural course after the the termination of the physical contract, the physical contract, the physical body will die and get back to ashes, get back to soil, and the soul where the soul will go after the death of the physical body. But it should not be like that because there is the guidance. There is now given the precise guidance that we should be able to ascend. There's only a matter of change. The physical body will undergo the different processes of change. So that's why there is transformation. And one of the processes of transformation, the most common is by birthing and dying. Birthing and dying, and dying and birthing. But then the other procedure is transformation of the physical body into advanced elemental body. And that is one thing that pertains to the secret, vital secret of life. And people do not understand that without resulting into inner discovery because you cannot trace up any evidence. And then if I am a researcher and researching for that, the secret of life like that, physical transformation into hardened into advanced elemental body, is there an evidence that I can document for that? No, it's not because that is part, as I said, parts of the secret of life. So from the word secret, it is mystery. And you are not allowed by the supreme law of equilibrium for the tougher secret of life to reveal the tougher secret of life. But you yourself will know it, will realize it by actual experience. What's the reason behind? So go actual inner discovery. By this time, we are being guided by the Supreme Master of Wisdom, how we are going to do our inner discovery. And there is the precise lesson Art of Life 172, friends, brothers, and sisters. So, you look at the sky is very wide and vast, so it means to say the never ending process of learning because knowledge is vast and even much bigger than the entire universe that is knowledge. So, the infiniteness of knowledge, my friend. So, if the sky is vast and the ocean is really vast, huge, we cannot imagine how vast it is. So the journey also of life in inner discovery is quite long. We cannot define it. It is beyond our imagination. But then at this early point in time, it's the right time to begin our inner discovery so that we will enjoy life, my friend, so that we will enjoy life. It's not the meaning of life to suffer, experience the different difficulties in the planet because it's a matter of choice. Once we are blind to the wonders of our lives, so we will experience the different oppressions, different difficulties of life in the planet. But well, in fact, that's really worse. Instead of going into the wonders of life, having realizations of the wonders of life, what we will see without inner activation, we can only see the negative side of our life, which is oppression, depression, tortures from the negative energies in the surroundings, and all those negative energies, many sufferings in life, and the actual purification of the planet involving advanced energies that cause energy imbalance of the many people that will fail to receive, align, and adapt advanced energies. So it means to say this particular part that the light workers are needed to help the healing of life. To help the healing of life means we are going to enlighten the people so that they can align the advanced frequency accelerating now in the entire planet. And with that, if they can align so that they can maintain their balance, because without balance, distraction. There is always distraction without balance. So that's why we must always have proper balance in everything that we do, and we must be aware of the negative energies lingering in the surroundings. The sun, moon, and stars are dancing the light of ultimate truth in what's a divine revelation. That is the truth, my friend. The stars, moons, and stars are dancing the lights of truth by the revelation of the infinite divine radiance of the Most High, and we are in oneness with all the stars. So that's my point. Our oneness is oneness with all the stars. Stars are shining the divine radiance of the Most High. We need to perceive the message of the stars, and then that is vital essence of nature. Understanding the language of nature. We are using language, sound, and light vibration. The stars are also using language, sound, and light vibrations. The angels and their means of communication for the people, humans in the planet, and even to the aliens on other galaxies, they are using sound and light vibrations, transmitting the message to us, from them to us here on earth in the lowland. So our ways also of communicating is through light and sound vibration. Light and sound vibration. So we have to speak the words, and we have to receive and to release and to receive the light. So our words have light and have words. Our words have vibration. So they're sending the vibrations of the sounds and the lights in this way. Stardust movement exercise. Okay, this is important. Start dance movement exercise. So join with the dancing of have accompany yourself with the light, with the stars and moon and stars, heavenly bodies dancing the light of the Most High. So there is here bridging of divine radiance of the Most High by this time to enlighten the rest, friends, brothers, and sisters of the entire planet. Okay, let's say there is gathering of the light workers in the entire planet. Then everybody has its own part to share the message, to share the message of enlightenment. Okay, our sharing for the rest brothers and sisters who are light workers in the planet, our sharing is Stardance movement exercise. Imagine we are having soul realization in the Stardance movement exercise. The way we are going to partake our part in the illuminations of the planet is we are going to do actual movement exercise wherein people can witness by their naked eyes the presence of the higher beings. I will not call them aliens because they are not aliens mortal physical. When I'm talking about aliens, mortal physical, higher beings in which are very far advanced in the evolution of life, but still mortal physical. So they are not the ones that we are talking about. We're talking about of higher beings, immortal by nature because they are co-creators of the supreme formation. They are the co-creator of the supreme formation. And if that is our sharing to the rest brothers and sisters, light workers in the planet, and we have gatherings of all the light workers in the planet, what will happen? What will happen when we are knowledgeable with art of life 172 and we can illustrate the truth not by the words that we are going to speak to the people, but we are going to complement every word of light which is already spoken by the rest light workers in the world, and we are going to confirm it by the illustration of angels context and connection that here comes really angels are getting closer for the humans to be aided in their ascension from this planet into higher dimension. That will make the big difference, friends, brothers, and sisters. But if we will work out, then we keep talking, explaining to the people, okay, this is the truth. Higher beings are getting closer for us to be aided, and we will be saved from the total destruction. And that is something like difference because the level of truth that we are going to illustrate, because people who are skeptical, they won't believe of our story. They won't believe the story, then they do not see anything. And there is also another thing. If we are going to illustrate our exhibition, we will do magic. Who will believe us? Because it's not for the soul realization. It is intended to amaze the people so that people will believe you. And it's just part of entertainment. Things that pertains to the spiritual side, which are sacred, cannot be used to entertain people, just to amaze people, but it must be sanctified. The way we are going to sanctify for the holy things, it must be sanctified, and we must share it, and we must work for that so that the Supreme Master of Heaven, who is the authority of the entire universe and the physical, the spiritual existence of lives, will have mercy on us and we can ascend into the supreme governance of light. We'll just say it into the supreme governance of light. If we have governance here on earth, there is also governance in heaven, or a governance of light in higher dimension. And that governance is called supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. So that's why there is now a divine, ongoing divine intervention, and higher divine intervention is coming up soon. Why it is coming up soon? Because when things will get worse in the planet, people cannot understand what's going on, then chaos will experience by the people in the entire planet. When there is chaos that shall be experienced by the people in the entire planet, so there is always divine intervention. And who will receive the divine intervention? People that will receive, align, and adapt. So we are sheltered. And our part is how we are going to put ourselves in the shelter of the Most High through the angels of the Supreme Light. So the angels of the Supreme Light are manifesting the skies, revealing the truth of the most absolute. Listen within yourself and realize the truth, which will really matter in your life. So, see, the angels of Supreme Light are manifesting the skies to reveal the truth of the most absolute. Then there is a precise guidance. Listen within yourself. So listen within yourself. Do not listen of what's the noise in the surroundings, what's the negative energies bothering your balance and peace and harmony, but listen within yourself, because there is divine guidance that will put you in the embrace of the most absolute. Okay. Okay, friends, brothers and sisters. Okay, si Igmat Ramon watching live. What's the Mrs. Cooking special menu? All the same at the same time. Okay, good do. Mayo ang cooking kay natural food ta ngayon. Okay, to share with you the story here while we are here experiencing our lockdown. Maraming daming pagkain dito. Ang daming pagkain kasi itong mga friends, mga brothers and sisters natin in the holistic art of Dugukan. Ngayon, may darating mga gulay from Babag. May darating mga isda from Babag chapter. Mga advocator sa holistic art, nagdala ng mga pagkain. So, we must be very careful in our cultivation. Other people don't have food to eat, but dito ang daming pagkain. Hindi na nga mga pagkain itong ibang mga food dito. Sana nandito kayo sa place natin ngayon so that we can this something like different journey, because may lockdown. Yung ibang mga tao walang pagkain, but tayo ang daming pagkain hindi maubos. You see the point, abundance, kasi the blessings of the Most High binigay sa atin. Pag wala, hindi na nangyari na walang bigas dito, walang pagkain ngayon. If you look at the table, tingnan yung table, ang daming pagkain. Mayroong saging, fruits, mayroong vegetables, isda. Iwan. Ang daming pagkain dito ngayon. So sana ang lahat ng mga tao maraming pagkain din. But mostly important bukas. Hindi magamit ang pagkaon bukas. Okay, tonight I will ask all the people here to eat all the food in the table para hindi magpanos. Okay? That is true, my friend. Dili na siya komedya. Ito, ang atong mga advocator sa, ang atong mga propagator sa holistic art, magdala silang mga pagkaon. Karon nag-abot dire na ay mga vegetables, gikan sa Babag, barangay Babag. O niya, naapoy isda. Nga, kanunay lang yun hinahitabo. Pag naapa mo dire, lingaw syud mo. Ano yung atong kahintang dire? Pag inner cultivation, right after inner cultivation, during the night, maniod to tagtong ang gabi eh. Pare ka gabi eh, naniod to tong gabi eh. O niya, busog kayo, wala na matulog. Diretso na ta sa atong online broadcast. Okay. biyaya, panghatag, saging. Kay balo di ka ni saging, saging. Saging, saging. Saging, tagay kong saging. Kibalo si biyaya nga dire saging dire. Pakiton ta mo saging ha. Ah, dali, saging. Kay when I said maraming blessings dito ro, saging. Oh. Sa pa inyong pangayoon. Apple. Oh, di ba? Biko. Oh, Biko. Oh, gikan ni sa Barangay Babag. Kasi ang ating propagator doon sa Holistic Arts, si Barangay Captain Cesar Dolorito, active ka ini siya sa Holistic Art. That's why, pag ma-inspire pa itong mga tao, he has position in the government, but he is very active of helping the people in way of Holistic Art. Mao nang dili maubos ang mga grasya sa mga taong advocate sa Holistic Art. Kanya ang atong mga friends, brothers and sisters, I don't society natin. Ang daming mga mga vegetables doon, mga fruits, saging kasi province. Okay, wala yung problema pag mag-lockdown tayo, mag-lockdown kasi we will do enhance cultivation. Wow, kalami. Ana oy, walay saging dire. Pastilan. Okay. After the lockdown, punta ka dire kay daghang kang saging. Dili lang saging, naay mangga. Naay unsa pa ring naa dire, naay orange. Orange, taga ano to sila orange day? Naay orange? Apple. Okay, continue the lesson. Pakiton ta mo daghan grasya dire. Mo nang ingon mga tao lisod kayong kalibutan karon. Okay, again, how we will be blessed in our lives. This is also one of the secrets how we are going to make our life blessed. Pag blessed kay abundance in life. So when we can begin to receive abundance in life, we must be able to apply the law of heaven in our lives. With that, the blessings will come in. The blessings will come in. So that's why people are saying, okay, hungry ngayon ang mga tao kasi walang pagkain. Bakit man walang pagkain ang mga tao? If you are satisfied with the water, that is God's blessing. There is water that you can feel the needs. They can fill up the needs of your physical body. But if you want more, unahan pa natin yung most high sa gusto natin. So, that is something like, parang spoiled tayo ba? Spoiled tayo. Kasi kailangan natin yung mga bagay na alam na ng heaven what do we need in life. So, just that will make it thy kingdom come. So, to mean it, thy kingdom come, let the will of the force of the Spirit to come along in your life. Okay, you look at, I'll give you this food. Okay, gustong kumain dyan. Ang daming pagkain dito. That's why sometimes I'm afraid to visit the center because ang daming pagkain. Sino bang kumain? Konti lang tao dito. Sana dito kayo sa Cebu ngayon para sabay-sabay tayo dito lahat. We will celebrate the blessings of the Most High. But anyway, after the lockdown, I will visit your place. We will visit your place and we will do more activities for the cultivation. You just imagine, in the entire country, we'll just talk about the country. 70% of the population, parang like us, and people are in the negative side. When I'm talking about in the negative side, they are watching life in the negative way. Talagang lisod kayo, piting lisura ang kinabuhi. Because we don't have guidance what we are going to do. But whether we have food to eat or no food to eat, we don't know the lesson in life, art of survival. We have so much food to eat. Only we do not know how to receive, align, and adapt the blessings of the Most High. Here is now the point, how we are going to make our life blissful. You just imagine if even you are billionaire, but you are not satisfied with the billions that you have in life. Why? Because your soul is starving. Your soul is starving. Why your soul is starving? Because you are not satisfied for the things that you have in life. You see my point? You are not satisfied with the food. We are not satisfied with the blessings that you already have in your life. Here is now, we are coming in the point that we must have realization of how blissful our life is. How we are being blissful by the blessings of the Most High. Okay, biyaya. Okay, plenty of fruits. Yes, makagutom yun. That's why. Uh, then from Marivic. Yes, Marivic. Ano sa man pagbasa? Saliet, salivating, yes. Okay, makalaway yun, tinood. Anyway, let's go on. Let's proceed. Okay, the supreme superlight angels will manifest in the clouds of fire. So, people can see and believe the words of wisdom. The supreme superlight angels will manifest on the skies. In the skies, they will manifest in the skies so that people will believe the truth that we are going to reveal. Then if you look at also in the text of the Holy Scripture, and especially in the book of Moses, the Lord of heaven is manifesting in the clouds of fire so that people will believe the message that he will give through Moses. So it's not an old or new revelation because it's already happened in the past. But we are not claiming that we are Moses, but we are the living witnesses of the presence of the Most High. If we are going to ask ourselves whether we are an advocate, there is God or no God, we are in neutral, but we are the living witness that can testify that there is the presence of the Most High through holistic art. Okay, we are being scientific now. We are being scientific because we are not dogmatic, and what we reveal to the people is based on the actual experience. Excuse me, parin ko kuan charger kay nalubat ng kuan, nalubat ang ato ang cellphone, siya ni laptop. Okay, continue. Okay, the angels of supreme light are manifesting the skies, revealing the truth of the most absolute. Okay, we must listen within. So where we are going to listen, we must listen with the divine guidance, and the divine guidance will be released, will be transmitted from the higher dimension into our within, from in our subconscious mind. The information will be uploaded and downloaded in our subconscious mind. And that's the way, and that's the reason why we should listen in our deep within. Okay, the Supreme Master of Heaven. By the way, when I'm talking about Supreme Master of Heaven, it refers to the supreme authority of heaven, the leader of the Supreme Superlight, angels getting closer now on earth, manifesting as mysterious lights, and the common people term it as UFO or unidentified flying objects. But I'm very certain of our information that we are not talking of technology, because the Supreme Superlight Angels are not technology. They are Supreme Superlight existence from the immortal inner realm, grand inner realm. So the Supreme Superlight Angels are manifesting in the clouds of fire so the people will believe the words of wisdom, unveiling inner truth in the exercise of art of life 172, and often manifest the skies during online drill of art of life, especially done by the practitioners of art of life 172, because who are the ones that will do online drill with the angels of the supreme light? They are the practitioners of art of life 172. That's my point why I said that I'm looking for teachers of art of life 172. I'm not looking for followers because it's useless when we have followers. What are the followers will do? And then they are followers. No, we're not looking for followers. Every one of us, we are the leaders of the light propagation. So we are going to help the healing of life and nature. So we are going to help the enlightenment of our planet. So we will be serving as the model we will be serving as the leaders to enlighten the rest brothers and sisters in the way of holistic art. So holistic art, we should be in the scientific side. We should not be in the non-scientific side, so that integrating the concept of education, so that people will understand it more practical and simple, because there is actual illustrations through action. So that's it. And my point is, when we are united with one positive giant wave, giant positive vibration, so we can make the big difference in sharing the knowledge to the rest brothers and sisters in the world. In the world. So it's not in our nation. So that's why in the country there are many practitioners of spiritualism, and they are doing also their part. And now we are in the in the higher level by this time. When I said higher level, so the cultivation is not intended for only the certain community, for only the certain nation, but for the entire planet, so that we can help the healing of the entire planet. And the particular healing that we are going to deal with, the healing of blinding ignorance and many other human weaknesses, because that is the very root of the problem. So even in the problems, disorders of the physical body, when you want to heal the problem of the physical body, for example, you are diabetic. Okay, diabetic is there, we would say, some people would say it's incurable, but in the natural medicine, there's no such an illness that is incurable. Every disorder can be cured, so long as you will resort into the root of the problem. So if you know that you are having the disorder, having the disease, for example, you are diabetic, so it means to say that you don't have much insulin. So people having diabetic, they will inject insulin for their physical body, and then you know that the problem is, it might be in your pancreas. So that's the point in time that you are going to restore the problem in your pancreas. In what way? Rehab the energy of your system. Once you rehab the energy of your system, because in the concept of energy healing, once the energy will collapse, then the system will follow. For example, if your system in the kidney will collapse, there is no much energy packing the system of your kidney, then your physical kidney will collapse, and it will when it will collapse, so it will damage until the point of complete destruction. So that's it. So to deal the problem is, you must resort into energy healing first. So heal the energy, then the system will follow. So that's why we are in the natural healing system, holistic art. We are in the natural. We are not going to contradict the medicine, the different system of division, different system of healing, Oriental healing, Western medicine, because that is essential knowledge, and integrating all the knowledge in the holistic art. Holistic art is looking in all the aspects of healing, so that it will be applied in our health. There is big advantage when you have that kind of education. For example, you suffered hypertension because we are obese. For example, I am an obese, then I have suffered hypertension, then I have stroke. Then at the hospital, I'm the hospital, then my food that I will eat every day is humba, baboy. You see the point? Because I rely on the medicine that I'm going to take. So mayroon man mga mga tambal that I can buy. Then I also have the money to buy the medicine. So all those medicine, I take medicine, for example, comprising of 10% healing, because I take it medicine for to heal my problem, heart, for example. Let's just presume that I have problem in the heart, then heart enlargement, then I take 10% healing, but then I eat also poison to poison my body, 50% healing. So I am deficient 40%. So we cannot ask what's the reason why I am not healed with this medicine. That's because we forgot the proper management of our healing. So that's why holistic art, it must be proper management, the balance of our body, mind, soul, and spirit, the balance of our energy system, so that the physical body will follow. If our energy system is substantive, we are very healthy in our soul level, likewise the physical body will follow. And there is also an instance, there are so many instances why we don't feel well in our physical body, although we are having a very powerful soul. And especially for those people who are old souls, they're having many problems in their physical body because they might be experiencing difficulties to balance their strong energies. When the body is having very strong energies, then it is activating within, then your muscles are not ready for that energy, so you feel the imbalances, you feel the result, there is negative result, that you are feeling disorders because the muscle cannot cannot align the strong energies working within. So it must be you resort into inner cultivation to balance the energy and to train your physical body, to train the cells to receive, align, and adapt that kind of energy. So that's why inner cultivation is very necessary. It is not just important, but very necessary in our spiritual growth, in our physical and spiritual growth. It is important. We need growth every day, even how old we are. Let's say we are 150 years old, so we still need growth because that the cells need growth, and we have to replenish the cells which will die from time to time. Every minute there are some billions of cells that will die, and that would be needed to be replenished for us to have the growth and to maintain our good health. So that's the reason why we should do inner cultivation, and inner cultivation is the answer. This is actually holistic art. That's why we are in the holistic art. It is the wellness exercise. And to make the balance material, spiritual material, we are given lessons from the Supreme Master of Heaven. Supreme Master of Heaven, if we are Christian, so Supreme Master of Heaven, Lord Jesus Christ. If you are Buddhist, if we are Buddhist, Supreme Master of Wisdom, Buddha. If we are in this name, believing that it is the name of the Most High, Supreme Master of Wisdom, God the Father. You see, it depends on the name of God wherein you are relying your faith that will save you. So doesn't matter if what is our belief, so long as holistic art is based on scientific facts. Holistic art based on the scientific facts. So that's why inner discovery, because we are in the inner discovery of Dugukan and the holistic art of Dugukan, we are learning to become spiritual scientists. We are all spiritual scientists. If we are scientists because we are mechanists, so we must resort into actual experimentation. So we must resort into the knowledge, then test these facts if these facts will substantiate the truth that we need. But then if this is not enough, okay, change the data, again gather another data until we can arrive the final conclusion. So this is the same. We are now having given the lessons Art of Life 172 so that we will be having an expansion of our spiritual awareness, and we can result into soul realization. And the way to do that is actual discovery, actual inner discovery based on the scientific facts. So if I would say there are angels getting closer, coming closer, and bridging divine regions of the Most High, okay, perform the lesson so that you will be enlightened, because something deep within you that will activate, something deep within you that will activate when you perform Art of Life 172, and you yourself will experience the awakening of your divine radiance. You yourself will experience the awakening of your vital informations that will lead into your soul realization, that will lead you to the knowing of your real you. And that's quietly interesting, because I am not the one to tell you that what you are, who you are. You yourself will know who you are. You see my point? That's it. This is the reason why we are going to share the lessons of holistic art of Dugukan, Art of Life 172. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, The Art of Life 172 was released by the Supreme Master of Wisdom to aid the ascension of the people in the planet into higher dimension. So we are very specific. The Art of Life is released by the Supreme Master of Wisdom to the people, to us, for us to be aided in our ascension into higher dimension. We should be ascending into higher dimension, not we should be ascending into only the material side. We are ascending because we have this technology. We are highly developed because of the technology that we have, because of the knowledge that we have. We are relying on mundane things. Mundane things are temporary. It will never last forever, and we should rely on the things that will really matter in our lives, and that is resorting our life into the most powerful foundation in life, which is a spiritual foundation, now being bridged by the divine radiance of the Most High. We are guided by the blessings of the Most High because we are given the lessons that will serve as our bridge into higher ascension. Okay. Okay, the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akadastar. Okay, this is okay. I will discuss this to you. The Supreme Master of Wisdom is the Prince of Angels of Gradam, Grand, and the Realm. So, Supreme Master of Wisdom, who are believers of angels. So, if you are believers of angels, the angels have Prince of Angels. So the name is Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Master Akadastar. So Grand Inner Realm. When talking about Grand Inner Realm, it is Gradam, where in all the existence of lives are Supreme Superlight. So it is the realm for the immortal. And the mortal, even the astral on the higher level of frequency, cannot reach the gradam, cannot reach the realm of the supreme superlight angels, because it is very advanced realm. So such a name refers to the superlight body of the Lord God of heaven. Then if you believe in the Lord God, so that refers to the supreme master of wisdom. So that's why in Cebuano, Bisaya, mao nang gitawag na tug dugukan. Kay dugukan kay the source, the foundation of everything. Okay, so Prince of Peace of the Blue Planet. So that's still the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akada Star. So also the name refers to the superlight existence of Archangel Michael, Prince of the Angels, and Prince of the Angels of Heavens. Consequently, both names nga akong gisgutan, Lord Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, and all the rest names would refer to the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Master of Wisdom, Akadastar, Super Light Body. And that is an acronym because the Most High has secret and secret names, which will not be revealed to anyone unless you have undergone your final initiation. Then that time you will know the most and the vital secret of the secret name of the Most High. Anyway, that is something, a lot of things to know about the mystery of life and the mystery of the Most High. And we will just begin with our inner discovery on angels, contacts, and connection, because that is the given precise lesson wherein we can begin our final steps into the deeper journey of inner discovery. Right? Do you have any question, friends, brothers, and sisters? Okay, here are many foods. There are foods, the eternal foods that can let you never feel hungry on your soul, because you will eat the food of life, the food for the soul. And is the living water of the Most High, the living food of the Most High. And that is what we are learning now, how we are going to experience the living food of life. So remember the living food of life. So let's continue. Art of life is spiritual martial arts. Why is it spiritual martial arts? Where its gestures composed of extremely powerful vibrations of angels, contacts, and connection. It is spiritual martial arts because this is important. to realize every life in the planet is within the principle of spiritual martial arts. Even how strong you are, there are still lives much better, far stronger than us. Then without getting stronger, we might be consumed by the lion. We might be consumed by the dragon. That's it. So in order to survive, we must be able to overcome our blinding ignorance and weaknesses so that we will not be consumed by the ravenous animals. So we will not be consumed by the negative energies because, as I said, negative energies are programmed to topple down the light, the people of light, so that they cannot ascend into higher dimension. They're not going to ascend into higher dimension. And there are so much thing that we should know in the planet by this time. So we'll not be bored. So you will not be consumed by the negative energies in the surroundings. And we are being warned. If you study inner discovery, if you study spiritual things, you are always being warned. You are always being guidance that be careful with the negative energies. Be careful with the 666. What is the meaning of 666? If you, by the way, we are going to borrow the religious term. 666 is lubong manunokop. It means to say 666 is Tao. It means to say 666 is carbon life foundation, mortal physical, that is superpower. So if there is someone that will come superpower, that is 666. It means to say mortal physical. It is not supreme super light. Because supreme super light is not 666. It is supreme super light. It's not in the category of the all the elements that we have defined here in the planet based on our human ways of distinguishing things. So this is the point. We should resort into higher understanding so that we can escape. We will not be consumed by the dragon. And you will be the one to consume the dragon. That's it. Because you go beyond the illusions of mundane. You go beyond the illusions of mundane. For example, let's just put it in this way. It's just a matter of a joke, but it could be possible to happen. There is really a dragon that will devour the people. Then what will you do? Would you allow yourself to be devoured by the dragon? Okay, myself, it's okay because okay, just eat. There's no problem because you know where you go, and you know that you are not vulnerable with viruses. You get my point, my friend? That's it. You are not vulnerable with viruses. Any kinds of virus cannot harm you. And you will be harmed by the viruses of your mind when your mind is corrupted with fears and so much delusions. And that's it. But then if you are not guided by this time, you will never know what you are going to do. And you will kick against the prick. And it's difficult to kick against the prick. You will destroy yourself. But then if you have the divine guidance from the Supreme Master said, okay, don't you worry with the dragon because that is just a small power. It is easier for them to burn off that negative energies once it is there in your physical body. But if it is not in your physical body, the protections from the divine regions of the Most High, you will definitely be consumed by the dragon. Then you will not be able to ascend your life because there will be no more transformation of your DNA from minor frequency into advanced frequency. You will really be devoured or be consumed by the dragon. So it means to say you are hopeless. Don't have chance to ascend your life into higher dimension. And then the things that I would say to everyone that the physical body is important. That's why take good care of your body. Do not kick against the prick. Okay, if you can discern my point, you have the wisdom in you, you will discern my point. And this is the point in time that we should be able to discern the things that should really, really, really matter in our life so that we will be not the losers of this game of life. This is the game of the stars. That's why there are governor stars, Olympic stars joining, working, and playing the games of fate. Not here, right here on this dimension, but it's there on higher dimension. the Olympic stars, and they are players of the games of faith. But if you understand these games of faith, then I'm talking about the governor stars, and they are the players of the game of life. So that's why it's not our authority to say that there is no war, then there is no negative energies that can topple us down unless you practice your angels contacts and connection, your art of life 172. In this point of time, you are already discerning which particular stars that you are going to connect yourself, wherein in that particular stars there are also the offices of your precise guardian angel and your spiritual master. But then without knowing that, we do not know where we are going to go, because we cannot overcome the trials of life in this coming tribulation of the planet, and we are subject to that tribulation. Everyone in the entire planet is subject to be devoured by the dragon. It's okay if the one that will eat us is the goat, because goat is just a small animal. But we are talking about dragon, very powerful. But do not be afraid of the dragon. Be friend of the dragon, because the dragon will not eat you. Because you are a virus of the you are viruses. We are viruses for the dragon if they are going to eat us. You just imagine. But be wise, have wisdom, and be guided by the light of wisdom always, all the time. We must be guided, because the dragon do not eat the other dragon, because that refers to the powerful side of our spirituality. Okay, you are born, for example, you are a dragon born in the year of the rabbit. That could be another story if you are a believer of that of that modality. But you are a rabbit born in the you are a dragon born in the year of the rabbit. Okay, get my meaning. Because people would say, oh, we will fight with the dragon until the point of death. You will die, because who you are with it will fight the immortal dragon. You see my point? Complete surrender to the most powerful source of life. Complete surrender to the supreme superlight angels, because the supreme superlight angels know where they are going to put you. And even in the mouth of the dragon, even a single hair from your head, nothing will lose upon you, nothing will lose in you, because you are embraced by the light of the Most High. So that's why this is important lesson, my friends, brothers and sisters, and this is the point in time that we must be able to realize the thing that will really matter in life, and we are given now the most powerful weapon that can topple the negative energies in the surrounding. What is it? Spiritual martial arts. It is spiritual martial arts. Do not rely on your own knowledge. We do not rely in our own knowledge, because we cannot overcome the negative dragon that will consume all the people who have blinding ignorance. We can survive by the trials of time if we have to receive the most powerful protection, the most powerful weapon that we need, and that is spiritual martial arts, the art of toppling down human weaknesses and blinding ignorance. And this is the point why we are going to share the art of life 172. Okay, by this time we are almost now 2 hours, and we will continue later on at 9 o'clock in the evening. We will begin with our fellowship. I'm going to moderate the fellowship. I want that every practitioners of Dugukan, especially for the newcomers, that we will be getting more acquainted with each other. So you can chat down the message and get to know more of each other sa mga bagong mga nag-join on this conference, so that magkaalam-alaman lahat ng mga practitioners of this spiritual foundation in the activities of the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, Angels on Earth, watch a divine revelation. Okay? Marivik. Oh, we have now Marivik from India. And we have also Anne from Tabuilan. And we also have uh, how many are the newcomers? We also have Biaya. We also have wait. We also have Pasita. Nay Terishi, Brian,
Teres,
Dan Teriso,
Janelle,
Janelle,
Brent, Brian.
Brent, Brian, who else? Okay, you should have tonight. Okay, spare time to join the conference, then talk to each other, then get your contacts or on Facebook so that you will be friends at on SB account. So every practitioners of Dugukan
Heidi from USA.
well, have closer contacts with each other. Also Heidi from USA. And invite your friends. They can join our Oneness with All the Stars. This is our Oneness with All the Stars. And this is our opportunity now that we have this oneness in the art of life. So it is an art of life. And art of life, it is very scientific, it is very beneficial, and we will learn holistic art, we will learn energy healing, magnetic healing, divine healing, mystical healing, spiritual healing. The most powerful is divine healing, even up to the point of spiritual or energy psychic healing or spiritual incision. And many practitioners of Dugukan are doing spiritual incision. And it can be done because there is the precise procedure given. I hope to see you, everyone, and of course, with the blessings, by the blessings of the Supreme Master, we can expand quickly. I said quickly we can expand. The numbers of the people that are enlightened will accelerate. Will accelerate because there's no other option. If people would not accelerate their frequency, they can experience energy imbalance. So the only way people are close in their hearts. The only way, there is only one way: receive, align, and adapt. We should receive a line of the advanced frequency accelerating now in the planet so that we can we can rid of the different difficulties of life. There are so many difficulties in life. Then the healing that we need is balance. If we have balance, okay, we can rid off the negative energies in the surroundings. Okay, from Marabik, me and my husband are eagerly waiting for your live again po, GM. He is also listening to you. Okay, thank you and regards to your husband. Looking forward to see you in person. In person either here in the country or there in India. Janelle, thanks for sharing, GM. You're welcome, Janelle. And Heidi, regards again, once again, in USA. Okay, looking forward also to see you in person here in the country or there in your country. I'm looking forward. We will just see if how we are going to unfold in this journey of life. We are waiting for the bigger events and exciting to see you in person and everyone. Okay, it's time to do Art of Life 172 a few minutes from now at exactly 6:15. 6:15, so 15 minutes from now we'll be having collective exercise of Art of Life. Unsay na
Inner cultivation for tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow is we'll be having inner cultivation. So when we do inner cultivation, we'll only drink water. So the fruits that we have here will eat together. You'll just imagine that you're joining with us here, eating the foods here. There's are so many foods right here, and of course, I know there are so many foods also right there. And we will imagine that we are joining the dinner tonight all together, and tomorrow again we are going to eat all together, joining our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because tomorrow we'll be having our inner cultivation, and we'll use the water for the food, of the body, the living water of life, and we will survive whatever trials that shall be coming in the planet, because we are going to be embraced by the divine radiance of the Most High through the most powerful protectors of life, the Supreme Superlight Angels. Okay, sa lahat ng mga chapters natin, thank you for joining. And I have to mention all the chapters natin sa Karaatan, sa Danao, sa Luna, sa Liburon, sa San Delgado, Manila, Sandayong, Naga, Guadalupe, Zamboanga, Panama, Bethlehem, doon sa India, Marivic, and sa USA, and to doon sa chapter natin, parang nalimutan ko yung isang chapter natin doon sa San Vicente, Olango. And to everyone, thank you for joining, and let's go sa ating Art of Life. Also I see now online is by Edwin, and sa Lebaron chapter. So it's time to prepare for the Art of Life 172. Hasta la vista, all the friends, brothers and sisters. At exactly 6:15, we will start the collective angels contact and connection. Divine connection is open with the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Super Light, angels. We are appearing in the screen. I am appearing in this screen, and you are appearing in the screen. We are seeing each other, but and likewise also we are appearing in the screen of the heavens, in the screen of the Supreme Super Light angels. Thank you everyone, and more power. Hasta la vista.